5-star shout out.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You can't make you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Just want to let everybody know. Good morning. I'm in the building here, and I got the chocolate girl with me. Chocolate girl.
Good morning. You're gonna do everything you can not to say it the way I want you to say it, aren't you? You just not gonna do it.
You know what I noticed? I think that's my issue. That is my issue. I don't do things the way people want me to do it.
Just being
that's a big issue. I think that's something I'm gonna start working on. I'm gonna start working on how to be obedient. Because I'm not good at that.
No, it's not about being obedient.
I just think when people tell me to go left, I'm gonna go right. Just as well.
Well, you the one you created this. You created the chocolate girl as far as the name is concerned. You the one started saying it that way, so you got to say it that way. Damn it. But good morning. Saturday, my favorite day of the week. Favorite day of the week. And boy, was I looking forward to this Saturday.
Yeah, you sure was. Let's get that out the way. You sure was. Threw me off with this one. Let me get that out the way. It threw me way off. But I'm here. I'm ready. We got special guests here. We got Tavai in the building. Sweet love, TMA. Tavai, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations.
Wait a minute. What we congratulating? What we?
She married now. She's married now.
Oh, okay.
Got this secret going on.
Yeah, she's married.
She getting married.
She's married now
in the secret garden.
Right. No longer put on her taxes single. You know what I mean? That was nice.
Well, congratulations to Vi.
Thank you.
I just want to come to the reception.
I got you.
If there is one.
I'll be at the anniversary party. That's what I'll be at. But we got FBC in the house. FBC, what's going on, baby?
What's good? What's going on with y'all, man?
Nothing
Glad
much.
to be here.
Okay. And we got Stacks in the house, y'all. The most controversial. I thought I was controversial, but Stacks is here. He's the most controversial.
Man, I just speak my mind, brother. I just speak my mind.
Yeah, that's usually how we get started. Hopefully we make it through the show.
Why wouldn't we?
Now, usually we start every show off and we want to know exactly how was your week. So, we can start with Tavai. Tavai, how was your week?
Long. It was a long week. I normally work from home, but I did have to go into the office, so that kind of threw me off. So yes, it was long. Friday didn't come fast enough. So long week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How about you, Stacks?
And typical paramedic week, just grinded it out. Woke up to a hit parlay, so it was a good week for me.
Okay. All right. What you got over there, FBC?
This week went by kind of quick for me. Super busy, but kind of quick, though. I'm glad it's Saturday.
Yeah, I'm glad as well. And the chocolate girl.
It's been a good week. It's been a pretty good week. Trying to keep it together for the family. That's all. But we good. Okay. How about you, Dennis? How was your week?
You know what? For this to be the last week of work, right? And until we got a whole week off, they really got the butter out the duck this week. Let me get that out the way, all right? Because they was,
What is that? What is that? I ain't never heard of that. What is
they
that?
worked a lot. Let me say like my grandpa used to say, they worked the white mouth mule out of me this week. I started to quit. I did. I started to quit. I started to just was like, you know what? This ain't for me no more. I'm gonna go ahead, go outside, and start selling dope. I can see this ain't for me no more. I started to quit. I really
Whoa.
did. I started to quit. There was a moment in this week I was like, you know what? This ain't for me no more. Too much stuff was going on this week. But you know what? I made through it. I'm here. It's Saturday. Sticky Iggy Iggy. So let's get on. Let's get on with the show. That's the number one thing we got to do. We got to get on with the show. Shannon, you got to introduce the show. You got to introduce the show because you started this barbecue stuff, so you got to introduce the show.
I don't know what you mean. Whatever do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about, Dennis. But
Yes.
listen, okay. So we named this show. Well, Dennis said big guys versus big girls. Why are we treated so differently? But I said we love Big Papa, but not Big Mama. That was what I called it because I find it to be true in a lot of ways. And I got into a discussion with somebody about bigness, about being, people's size, not necessarily fat, but big, period. And why is it so much more accepted for men to be fat or big than women? It's much more acceptable to people. Not, a big deal isn't made about it when it's them, but when it's us, it's like, oh, she can be everything but that. So Dennis didn't believe me at first, but I told him, no, it happens. And so I just thought that we would talk about that this morning.
Yeah, you definitely rubbed it in, but it's like that old school thick lotion. It's still showing, so it ain't all the way rubbed in, but you rubbing it in. I'm just gonna let you know. You rubbing it in some areas that was like, you know what? I didn't quite see it like that. Because we was first thing we started talking about was relationships. That was the first thing we started talking about. And my number one line is, and I always say this to the skinny women, y'all need to learn from these big girls on how to keep a man. Because big girls keep a man.
That's
what I always did. That was always my line.
That is true.
I was like, y'all can talk about big girls all y'all want to, but big girls keep a man.
They do. Once they get them, yes, you're right.
They cook and clean, and they don't smell like onion rings.
What? Say what?
About cooking and cleaning, but
I said they cook and they clean, and they don't smell like onion rings.
Well, I don't know about that, but
big women. I like big.
But they do keep them.
Always
keep them once they get them.
They do.
Yeah, it was never a hard time. It was never very difficult to get them or to keep them. It was to get rid of them. That was the harder part.
Yes.
That was harder.
But this is the thing, though, Dennis. It's funny how when I first brought this subject up to you, the first thing you went to was talking about, oh, well, they can keep a man. I wasn't talking about keeping a man. That's not even what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about getting a man, wasn't talking about keeping a man. But the first thing you think about is, oh, I know big girls got men and blah, blah, blah. I got men and I've always had a man. My sister would tell you, I've always had a man since first grade. I remember one year I had more boyfriends than she had in her whole life. I remember this clearly. But so that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not necessarily talking about getting or keeping a man.
Going too fast.
That's not what I'm talking about. What you mean I'm going too fast? You got to keep up, man. Got to keep up.
All right, I'm gonna have to get something to drink. Go ahead, keep talking. This was too much for me. Wait a minute. Where's the night cool?
What are you talking about? What is
nothing
too much for you?
See, I ain't the only one. Everybody else in the comments going, whoa! It's the way. It's not what I know. It's not what you meant, but the way you delivered it, like, hey, I had more men than she at one time than she had in her whole life. Like,
Yeah,
what?
Well, I did
It's the
at
delivery of
that
it.
time. At that time when we were younger, yeah, I did. But anyway, that's not the point of what I'm saying though. But anyway, I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about getting a job. I'm talking about getting promotions. I'm talking about being the person selected to represent your company in spaces. People who are paying, report to you, having respect for you, doing what you say readily, or do they kind of blow you off? That type of thing. It's not necessarily just about keeping a man. That's all. That's what I wanted to point out.
Okay. So, and in the corporate world, I'm gonna start with Stacks. In the corporate world, Stacks, what are some of the challenges have you seen differently from big men and big women? I think you muted, sir.
First, I would probably say I would probably have to disagree. Not even in the relationship sense. It's just most of the time if we're talking about the job force. Most of the big guys are doing the jobs that women don't want anyway. Most of my friends are garbage men and shit like that. So like, I mean, you're not going to see women there, let alone big women. Or they're going to do the jobs as medics and things like that from the medical field. You're going to see a lot of nurses, and you're going to see a lot of big nurses too. But you're not going to see paramedics. You're not going to see people who are in the field. Like they're not gonna be there. So I mean, if I feel like that's like a slanted statement a little bit, but I also will say in the office and things like that, I can see why you say big women aren't really accounted for because they want to put the beautiful fit women out front so they can see that could be a representation of their company. So I can kind of see what she's getting at with that. But um, like I said, just for me, I feel like they're most of the big guys kind of do different jobs. So I mean, I guess that's tomato tomato to me.
Okay. How about you, Tavon?
I think it really depends on the setting. When it comes to work, in more places where you're expected to look aesthetically pleasing, you don't see it. So you don't see, bottle girls. You don't see a whole lot of receptionists. You don't see a whole lot of flight attendants, bartenders. Relatively recently, maybe it's changed, but it wasn't in the sense that you're going to see those women in those spaces. So in that work mindset, like it's definitely been like a filtration of who's going to be in this particular spot because you look a certain way, you're going to make a certain amount of money. So
Okay. LBC?
Run me the question again, because I was thinking. Run me the question one more time. I was thinking about something. Run me the question again.
uh, what do tell me the difference between big girls and big guys in the corporate
In the
corporate
corporate
world?
world, honestly, I've never really seen too much of a difference. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I do security, and I've done security with big dudes, big girls. Like I don't really see too much of a difference. I've never really seen too much of a difference, honestly.
Okay. And chocolate girl?
Well, what about you? I've already said I've seen a difference, but nobody else has. So what about you?
Um, no. I see what Stacks was talking about, and I see what Tavai is talking about, but in my lifetime, I think it's it's kind of like you was trying to tell me the other day, whereas though they might put the as Stacks was saying, they'll put the more prettier, good looking girl up there, even though
Mm.
she most of the time she's usually somebody's cousin or something that they just promoted, but she ain't really got the qualifications to be at that position.
Mm-hmm.
But she looks good. You
Mm.
know what I mean? She looks good, and she represents the company better than would another a big female would.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually some of the things that I see. About yourself.
Well, even if you take just the way that you two answered the question, you and Stacks, y'all said put the beautiful girl up front rather than the big girl. That's an example of what I'm talking about right there. Big women aren't referred to as beautiful women. It's just big or beautiful. They can't be the same. That's just the way that they're referred to in society. That's what I'm pointing out. I'm not saying that you all feel that way. I'm just saying this is the way bigger women are even described. But you don't do that with men. We don't sit around talking about attractive men and just say, well, he's not that attractive because he's so big. We don't do that. It's just attractive and unattractive, period. That's what I've seen in my life.
Okay.
So thanks for proving that point for me.
No, I see
Are
that.
you sure I said? I just want to be because I want to make sure I said it. Are you sure that I separated the two, or I said did I say that you just want to put the smaller girl up front to
No, you
represent your
didn't.
company?
You didn't use smaller. You said beautiful. More. You said the word beautiful. That's what you said. But you can play it back later and correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I heard you just say.
Okay.
So
Now I
what are
guess
some of the other areas that you feel as though I would say big men are not discriminated as much as big women?
I think, like I was giving you the example the other night, we were talking about this, and I told you about the weatherman where I live, and he's a huge man, right? He's able to call himself Big Weather on TV. No female meteorologist would be able to call herself Big Weather and stay on TV. It's just not done. As soon as women get a certain size, they are criticized and they're either removed or they're given an ultimatum. It happens all the time. But the men are not. Case in point, Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst. All y'all into sports. I believe y'all know who they are. She covers basketball, so does he. They're both very good at their craft. Both of them are respectable people. But Ramona was given an ultimatum: either lose weight or we're going to pull you back. Did y'all know that? I knew that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened. That's part of the controversy. And if you look online, you see all these articles, and it's more about her being fat than the job she's doing as a sports writer.
Right.
Did I find some about him being fat? Yes, but usually it was after they're mad at him about something that he said. He would say something and they would call him that fat a-hole or something like that. But it wasn't a whole article. There's a whole article on there, and it starts out, Ramona Shelburne is fat. That's how the article starts out. It's like blatant to me. I don't
That's
know if
crazy.
anybody else sees this besides me, but I was talking to somebody who I don't know very well. She's just in my sports group, one of my sports groups, and she notices it. So I just thought it would be a good topic to discuss and
I
to
think it really
try
depends.
to figure out why, because it's like that across society.
I think it really depends on the space and the place that you're at. Because it was funny that you said on TV, because I have seen more curvy plus size
Mhm.
meteorologists up here than
Mhm.
ever before. They're
Right
on
now,
TV.
this happened with
Yeah.
Ramona. Like this was happening with Ramona back in the mid 2000s. I would say
Oh yeah. Well.
2011, 12, 10. You know, that's when it was really a big deal, and she
Oh
fought
yeah.
against it. That's the only reason why she's still on TV, because she fought against it. But my
Oh
thing
yeah.
was, why did she even have to fight? I can go, go back
Mm.
further than that about newscasters being these old men on TV. But as soon as a woman gets a wrinkle, they take her off. It's the same thing. It's the
I think it's
same
just a shift.
situation.
It's a shift culturally, though. I think it was an overall shift in
Right.
general in culture and what people found to be aesthetically pleasing. And I
Right.
feel like nowadays it's not that at all. You'll see it any and everywhere. That's why to me when the conversation came up, I'm like, I find it to be quite the opposite. Never lacked for attention, a date or anything. So it was just kind of crazy. Like, and I see it, y'all know I'm heavy on TikTok, whether they stay or go. You see it all over there. You know what I mean? It's sometimes you'll hear the debate like, maybe plus size women or bigger women are more desperate in their dating style, which is also like one of those myths and lies. But other than
Definitely
that,
not.
yeah.
They're
What?
definitely
Yeah,
not.
definitely not.
Definitely not, bro.
Yeah.
I will say for men, that's definite for men. Because there's a lot of big dudes. I got a lot of friends that are big dudes, and they are literally super desperate, like super, super, super desperate. And I don't know why they feel like they have to be, but yeah,
Because they feel like don't nobody love them. That's what it
And
is.
and
that's what
another
it
thing
is.
to kind of rebuttal what happened with the whole newscaster thing,
Hmm.
it definitely was a culture shift. But also, if we're making that same argument, you can make the same argument for Al Roker, who's been on TV
Right.
for the past 40 years,
Hmm.
and when he was fat, and then it was just like he had a heart attack, and then now once he had the heart attack, they're like, oh yeah, we can't put you out there because now we're looking like we're letting you kill yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to get the weight loss surgery. But now, even in sports, you got people like Damian Woody, but Damian Woody was a lineman.
Right.
You know he was big anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Right.
exactly.
I
Mm-hmm.
still want that expertise because he played in the league
Right.
15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be big on TV, just like Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday didn't
Right.
start long until
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, but then like when I look up, first off, I don't want to bring up Lizzo because I feel like that's the easy thing to do. But what
I
I
like
will
Lizzo.
say is,
I like Lizzo.
if you see Lizzo, right?
Love Lizzo.
I love one of the
Not
most
not to date
multi-talented
Lizzo.
women I've
Lizzo's
ever
dope.
seen.
Not to date Lizzo. I'm just saying I like Lizzo.
Just on like I've never seen somebody who can outside of Beyonce. I've never seen somebody who could dance for 2 hours straight.
Hmm.
I've never seen it, and she can. But my thing is she kind of it's a double-edged sword for her because she does so much to be seen, and I'll be like, you don't have to do that. Your talent is there. You don't have to do half of the things you do. But
Right.
then now it's like, oh, but now it's I'm big and I'm proud, and it's just like I don't get why you have to strive for that sort of attention now, because now you're making it look like all big girls are that desperate to get that type of attention.
Well, Stacks, the big girls they feel like they have to do that because they're not going to get that attention. They're not going to be paid attention to like that. Most of the time, I mean, nowadays, I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, big girls, they feel like they have to do that. Just like the girls that be going to get, the butt lifts and all that other stuff, feeling like they have
BBL.
to do that type of stuff. Lil' Kim is a perfect example of feeling like she had to change her whole face and everything. You know what
She
I'm
did.
saying? So big girls always have to feel like they have to do the extra, and they really don't. Big women are pretty without even without even trying, a lot of times they're very attractive. So I don't know. I'm with you, man. I don't know why they feel like they have to, but I understand why they feel like they have to, because the world puts that out there that they have to do that.
And you know, like I have no problem with them saying like, okay, well, with them
Mm-hmm.
doing it. But then when you get the narrative, oh, I have to work twice as hard because I'm as
Right.
big, and I'm just like, no, you're just choosing to work twice as
Right.
hard.
Right. I agree.
So, I mean, like I said, like I knew about Lizzo before, and I don't like
Mm-hmm.
being one of those guys like, oh, I knew about it, but like I play 2K a lot. She was on 2K11, and I'm like, damn, who's this singing? Like she's blowing the window. And I looked up, I'm like, oh wow, it's Lizzo. Who's this? And I
I
found she
played
could play the
2K11.
flute, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm
I'm
like,
gonna have
oh,
to
all
go
right,
check
she's
that out.
dope. So
I played 2K11.
like by then the attention grabbing, it was just like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, you feed into the narrative that these big girls have to work twice as hard to get the attention, and you really don't have to. Most big girls I know be killing the regular women,
Bro,
killing it. Like,
I
yo,
done seen a crew of big girls walk in a room and shut the whole room down. The whole room.
be smelling good, got the prettiest feet.
Man.
Man, look, me and Method Man understand. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all do, but y'all, I come from a big woman too. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
sister is like, so it's like I get it. I get where y'all coming from. Like I do, but don't get it messed up. Like we see the beauty. Don't let somebody else tell you
Definitely.
what we see. Come ask us.
Definitely. My fiance right now is a bigger girl. And I love it. I love big girls though. So I don't know why they feel like, I don't know why big girls feel like they, you know, aren't accepted or liked or
But
looked
they
at
don't
or
feel that way.
attractive, or I don't know why.
They don't feel that way. They don't feel that way. They don't feel any
Mm-hmm.
particular way. I
Mm-hmm.
think what Lizzo was trying to do was just
Mm-hmm.
normalize seeing that image in public, because it's
Okay.
not something
Right.
that's seen, because it usually is just for the people who tend to like
Right.
it. They pay
Right.
attention to it. So her whole narrative was just to normalize seeing it,
Normalizing.
wearing, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
normalize it. Like
Normalizing.
why does it have to be this exclusive type club type thing? So her thing was let's just normalize it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I'm concerned, like I don't think anybody that I know or myself or anything like that felt like, oh man, I don't feel appreciated. No, not at all. That's never been a thought or a concern. So that's, when you guys are saying like, oh, you don't feel like that. Trust me, they don't. They good. We
It
good.
used to annoy me though,
I know
because
me. I'm good. But
Lizzo would put up certain pictures and stuff on her Instagram and things like that, and I would read some of the comments, and they'll talk about, oh, she shouldn't do that. She's too big to be doing that, and I'm like, what's the problem?
It's usually another girl shaming her like that.
Right, and it's
no, it's
sad because
both.
I'm
It's
like,
both.
Lizzo look good. Like I don't get it. I don't get it, but
It still happens. Even
it
though
does.
you don't get it, it happens a lot. And with social media, you can see that it's still prevalent. It's prevalent. It's still prevalent. It's not something that has gone away. So that's the reason why she continues to do what she does, which I'm glad that she does. I'm glad she's using her
Right.
platform to do it, because it needs to be normalized seeing people like that. And if you ask a lot of big people, they feel like they weren't seen. People wanted them to go over there and not be seen or heard either. And now she's normalizing them being seen and heard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that. She's not just doing this because, even though there's not a need for it, she wouldn't be doing it if it was not a need for it. That's what I'm saying.
I think too with social media, it's changed everything too, because there's a niche and there's something for everybody. So with Instagram, there's Instagram baddies that look like whatever you might like. in the same thing.
True.
You on TikTok and whatever, you can find your people wherever you are on social media. And I think that's the difference between previous generations and now. Like, it's more exposure, and people are showing that they're more comfortable in their skin, as to before it wasn't a thing, and you wouldn't see them on TV, you wouldn't see them in the club like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's accepted. Now it's anticipated. Like, you better be there. Like, what you mean you're not going to be there? I think in certain areas it's just more accepted. Like, I think down south is more accepted. Up north is more accepted. I don't know about West Coast. And if anybody has an opinion on that, please let me know. I
I
don't
can
know.
tell you,
Okay.
because I grew up on the West Coast, so I can tell you. I'll say it like this: certain parts of the West Coast mess with bigger women, big girls, and stuff like that. But for the most part, certain parts of California is just like Miami. They're into the sticks and the skinnies and you look weird if you're, you know what I'm saying, bigger or whatever. But certain parts of Cali, they don't be tripping on that. It all depends on where you go.
California is to be expected. California is weird.
Uh-oh.
I like Cali, so I can't say none of that.
Listen, I'm judging.
I mean, I love it. I grew up there, so I love it.
I'm being judgmental based on
It's
what
all
I
good.
see. But
Yeah.
But as far as the guys, SZA just made a whole thing. I think it was an SNL skit, but people really like the song "We Need a Big Boy." Winter time. How did y'all feel about that? Or do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're
I
talking
have
about.
no idea. I have no idea what you're talking
Never
about.
heard the song, though,
SZA,
but
right?
it is our time of the year. We already know.
SZA said that?
SZA said that it was on the SNL.
Oh, yeah. I remember that song.
It's cuffing season, and they had a whole, look it up. It's a whole skit on SNL.
I'm gonna keep it real, as I call myself the president of the Big Boys Club. So,
Go for president. Let's get that
yeah,
off
I'm the president of the Big Boys Club.
He's
But as the
self-voted
president, I'm gonna say I loved it. I loved it because I'm gonna be honest. I know Miss Sharon was saying, big girls get a bad rap, but big dudes get it too, man. Like, people don't realize, like, as a big dude, I ain't never really had a problem getting anybody, but there was a time in my life where I felt like I was super unattractive. So I felt like as a bigger dude, I could not get the type of woman that I wanted. I always had to settle. And nowadays it's totally different. Like, women love big dudes all day long. But I love that song though. I can appreciate that, especially coming from SZA. I can definitely appreciate that.
You can be big, but you can't be short, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You can't be short.
That's a fact.
Me being 6 feet lets me get away with a lot of things.
I'm trying to tell you.
If I was 5'8", I don't think I get the same love. So, I mean, but
that's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true.
That's probably a fact.
They gonna call you a fucking Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be short and fat. You know what I mean? You can be tall.
Can't do it. They will clown you.
Like, you can't be big for nothing either.
No.
You gotta be big and strong. You can't be big and weak. No.
Yeah, you can't be big and just
right.
be big.
You gotta be able to throw some things around.
You can't do that.
I agree. Y'all gotta watch it. For those who haven't seen it, it's an SNL skit. It became a big sound. I think BJ put that in the comment. It became a big sound. I'm sorry, Blaze put that in the comment. Sorry, in the comment about on TikTok. Again, my second home. You gotta check it out.
I love it. I love it. I love the song.
Yeah, that must have been before my TikTok days. I don't.
Yeah. I just got one question. For the ladies that's watching.
Go ahead.
I just got one question. why y'all always trying to come around in the wintertime? Y'all don't come around in the summertime. Y'all don't
Ain't
come
nobody
around in the
laying up next to.
spring.
I can explain that. Ain't nobody laying up next to us in no summertime. All that extra heat. Nobody, man. I ain't even trying to cuddle like that in summertime.
I'm about to say, I
No,
don't want nobody laying next to me when it's
We
hot.
got the
That's
fan
don't
on
let the.
though. We got the
Hey,
fan.
let's be real. Hey, let's be real. Don't let the air conditioner break. Play, player. Don't you let that air. And you gotta wait on that revolving fan. You gotta wait on that fucking revolving fan to come back.
Yeah. Come on back
Player,
around.
player,
Revolve. I'm so
player.
stingy with the fan. That shit is on
For
me.
real.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't, I don't know
Revolve.
which Spike Lee movie it is where they're having sex and it's all hot and they got the
It's
ice cubes. That is not.
do the
Is a
right
white man
thing.
Oh,
can't
that's do
jump?
the right thing.
That
Do the
dude.
right thing.
Yep.
Do the right thing.
That's hard. That's a nightmare to me. That's not no.
That's
I
not
don't care.
cute. That's not cute
Exactly.
at
I
all.
don't care
It's not
what
cute.
size you are.
No,
No.
it's not cute at all. But
No.
Go
like for
imagine what
me,
that
I
room
don't.
smelled
For
like.
me, he's out of town, so we don't get together in the wintertime anyway.
Oh,
So
okay.
we get together is usually warm, but we know how to manage that. You don't just sit up there like two hot pigs just letting yourself be hot.
Roasting.
You do something about it. You gotta take
Right.
steps and things.
That's what I was saying.
Things you gotta make sure you have in place.
Yes,
So
it
That's
is.
what I was saying. We got air conditioning. We got fans rotating. Like, what's the
Right.
Baby
problem?
powder.
You just got out. You just got out the shower. You just got out the shower. No need to dry off because it's hot as hell.
He
make
said
No
you
need to
got
dry
an
off.
air drop.
something with
Right. Let it air dry.
your body, make sure it have peppermint in it because that peppermint makes you
The
cool.
Dr. Bonner. There you go.
Definitely.
Makes you cool.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know nothing about that
you know,
peppermint. Man. You write
like
that down.
peppermint patty commercial used to say,
Yep.
whoosh,
You never used the
whoosh.
Dr. Bonner's
It
peppermint
makes
soap?
you cool.
No.
Oh, you never lived.
I'm
Oh, you
old
never
school.
lived.
I've done the peppermint. I've done the peppermint.
And it's changed your life, hasn't it?
Very soothing.
Thick
Very
ass
soothing.
Johnson gel. Yeah, I'm kind of
Now,
old school.
peppermint change your life. You need
Man.
to
Mm.
go
Let me
pop
find out.
yourself.
Definitely will.
Mhm.
And Jay Will put me on the fresh balls. Fresh balls.
Yeah, babe.
I might become
An
a
ambassador.
vendor of that product. I'm thinking about it because it's a good product. Y'all need it.
Fresh balls.
Wait a minute. Wait
Y'all
a
do,
minute.
y'all do. And
Wait a
what
minute.
better for a woman to go and market it? Oh, that's brilliant.
Right.
That's a marketing coup
But
right there.
they got fresh breasts too.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Wow.
Fresh balls.
Fresh balls.
Blaze said manscape all day, and he does use the peppermint oil. Said it's good for headaches. What the hell?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to invest in the peppermint. See what it's hitting for.
It's gonna change your life. You ain't gonna turn back.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Man,
use the
under
soap.
the titty be sweating too.
That under titties,
Well, I mean, it depends on
It's
how
facts.
large they are, if they have any. See, if it's women that don't have any, you don't have to worry about it.
Man,
But
women.
when
There's some women out there that's built like your
when
nephew.
you are, well endowed, you gotta take precautions, like I said, against that. That sweat, breast
Oh,
sweat.
that's silly.
Oh my
just
God.
some out there that's built like your nephew. So
That's cold. I'm not.
it is
That's a
what it
shame.
is. That's all I can say. I think only issue I've had with being a big guy
Mm.
is a lot of women expect you to like be big money at the same time. You're a
Man,
big guy,
pay
you got
like
big
you
money.
weigh.
Right, you got big money.
That's
I'm
a fact.
I'm a real stingy dude to that situation right now.
But
If I see we start,
is that attached to your side though? Your
I
side?
Yes.
I believe it is because like I notice like if I talk to a girl and the conversation goes anywhere near money, I'm shutting down. Like
Facts.
within the first couple conversations, if we go anywhere near money, I'm shutting down. Like I'm shutting the whole conversation down. I'm like
Facts.
switching the
I'm
whole
gonna
thing
tell
around.
you why that's
But
assumed,
then if
bro.
I meet one of my homies who's skinny, and he tell me some X like
Play
she
all
asked
day.
you for money, she ain't asked me for no money. Oh fuck her for real. I ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Right.
Like that's
I'm,
the
I'm gonna tell
difference
you.
on
I'm
it.
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that's why it's looked at it like that, right? Number one, I'll walk with a stature of like head up, chest out,
Right.
like you know I'm there. You can't not see me, right? So that's already the aura you're giving off. Let alone you're a big dude, so if you're wearing 3, 4, 5X clothes, your shit gonna cost more than this. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Like,
fact.
you ever been to it? I'm pretty sure y'all been to a Destination X, a DXL, right?
Yep.
You know what
I
I'm
go
saying?
all the
Them
time.
shit is expensive.
Two
It
outfits
was
will
That's
run you
expensive.
200.
that shit is expensive. Yes.
Two outfits run you 200.
Outfit, bro. Polo sweaters run 200. Like anyway,
Right. It's
that's what.
ridiculous.
Um, like I like smelling good. I don't buy cheap cologne. And women, it's crazy how women know their colognes that you got on. Like,
Man,
but you're like, man, like, oh, you got on
is
Spice
that
Bomb?
Versace
Man,
you're
how
wearing?
you know? How you know
How
what that
you know?
is? You know what I'm saying? Yo, chill.
Facts.
Or you got that Savage, or
I
you got
I
Aqua de
never
Jour.
tell
Like, I'm
hey
like, damn, how you know
thanks.
all this?
I never tell girls what kind of cologne I got on. They'll ask me though. They be like, "What kind of cologne
Bro,
you got on?"
I don't tell them. I
Take the
don't.
panties.
I've
I literally say this.
I'll
I've never
never
Take the
tell
told
them.
them.
panties off.
I've
I'll
never
never tell them.
told them, but
They
they know.
already know.
But when that comes to that, it's like, so now you in their head, it's like, all right, you spent this, you spend on clothes, you walk around like you're a boss, like you got that boss aura, you spend money on this, your shoes is nice, you look nice, and also if you're a big guy, it's all about accessories too. So like I wear my
Yep.
Apple Watch or I wear my bracelet and my earrings and my glasses, you know what I'm saying? So you look like money. But that don't mean
That's a
you got
fact.
money. That don't mean you got money, but you look like money. You know what I'm saying? So like if you look like you got money, 9 times out of 10 they're going to see that. I don't want to say all women are going to see it as that, but the ones who are money motivated, that's what is expected.
Not only that, I think because I've had experiences where women, um, had just assumed because I'm a big dude, like I don't get no play or whatever. So they assume like, oh, okay, he a big dude, he don't really get no play. He could take me out on a date or take me out. These are the attractive women that do that. The ones that are mid grade don't really do that, but these super attractive women always look at big dudes and think not only money, but he got low self esteem and he go come out of pocket either way it go.
Yeah, they do believe that.
They do believe that. It's crazy.
They do believe that, and I'm one of them dudes who will like literally walk away from and made conversation. One girl got me. She was good. She was good. She got me. She was good. We went out. We was
She was
having a good
good.
time. We went on a date. She tried to pay for the date. She was flaunting all this money. I ain't paying no attention to her. So then, like weeks later, she hit me up and was like, "Oh, can you help me pay the electric bill?" I said, "Well, the
Whoa.
electric bill." So then she went like deep detail, like, yeah, electric bill $600. I saw you a couple weeks ago flaunting all this money. Like, what?
Right.
I hung up. I'm like,
Dennis, I keep saying to you, I don't know where you get these women from that you
Dennis
talking
is
about.
cold blooded.
hey
Right.
man, listen, that see, but she in the beginning she flaunted it like, oh, I can pay for it. No, I'm good. I got it.
Yep.
Keep your money. Conversations we gonna have will not be about money
Mm,
at all.
okay.
That's just the way I feel. It's always like, oh, he a big dude. I know he got a lot of money. I'm gonna start. No, you ain't.
No, ma'am,
Stay
I
where
got
you at.
like $5 in my pocket right now.
No, I ain't got that.
idea.
Stay where you at. Stay where you at. We're not having a conversation about money. Stay where you at. I really feel as though
Really?
you coming to me with the money situation because I'm a big guy. Stay where you at. Go get that $40 from Charles. Go ahead.
Oh, we.
Just the way I feel. Kilo in the house. Did he say hi to Stacks? Damn, you know it's a sick world we live in. Sick. Thank you,
What's
BJ.
going on, bro?
Wow, BJ.
Damn, BJ.
I don't know what skinny guy problems y'all got.
Right.
Y'all can show up looking like whatever. And I don't see no skinny guy problems at all.
Y'all never, skinny dudes never, man, skinny dudes get away with murder.
Skinny dudes can show up stinking.
Man,
They can
Smell
show up
like
walk
stinking.
outside without shirt
Booty
on.
and Fritos.
Right.
And get all the women in the club. Let me come in there like that.
I know some
Are
skinny
you sure about
people,
that?
men and women. I know some skinny men and women that do not shower every day. Do not wash up every day.
That's nasty.
And then they be looking at me like, you wash up every day? Yeah, I got to.
Yeah, I'm a big
Like, I ain't got no option. Shit, I got to wash up twice a day. I ain't got no options. And if I'm in a relationship, it might be 3 times because the girl don't want you coming to bed smelling like outside.
Correct.
You can't get in her bed as if you don't live in her house. Like as if it ain't your house. But you can't get in her bed.
You can't
smelling
get in
like
her
outside.
Bed, nothing. You can't even sit.
You can't even sit on the bed.
Nope. Sit on the
floor. You
floor.
bought the little island outside the bed for that situation. She ain't letting you sit there.
That little bench.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Get in the game.
Women do not play about that, boy. You cannot sit on a woman's bed and you stinking. You just came from outside. No parts. None.
No. You got to take a shower.
I've been married. I already know. Lord.
Right. You got to take a shower and then get in this bed. That's just the way it is.
Period.
But like I said, I know a lot of skinny guys who do not be worried about washing up. They do not be worried about putting on all these extra clothes. I know some dudes that go with a fresh Walmart outfit. I'm talking about like a $22 Walmart outfit, and the women be loving them.
Yeah.
Pissing me off.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. That is one of the main reasons I want to put on a $40 Walmart outfit with some nice kicks and go outside and go get all the women. That's all I want.
That's all I'm saying.
$40. I think I only get a T-shirt at
$40. These dudes get their bills paid. They get money out the pocket. They get half on the taxes. They get everything. Big dudes, we don't get none of that. We don't get none of that. We don't even get half of that. Sad, man.
I ain't never think about getting half on the tax.
I ain't gonna say I ain't never got my bills paid, but
I was about to say,
I mean,
but you don't get half on the tax.
I was raised to survive, man.
I get it. I feel you.
To survive, baby.
I don't believe it's because you be.
I wouldn't say
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't. But what I do want to ask is that for a big guy, right?
I'm weak. I'm weak.
Yo, Kilo is crazy. Yo. Oh man.
Oh my God.
So I want to know what differences do do you think,
Yo.
dating wise, what differences do you think that a big woman and a smaller woman have dating? Like, do you feel like there are certain things
Um,
expected of you
I'm
that
gonna
they don't
be
expect from
honest.
someone?
I'm gonna tell you. I've dated both. I prefer bigger women, but what I notice is that slimmer women. Okay. Because I'm trying to say this the right kind of way. I don't want to say this wrong.
This shit about to get dark.
Yes, it is. That's
Slimmer.
why. That's why
I see.
I'm trying to like
I'm not
slide
trying to
out.
even. I ain't even trying to
I'm
have eye
trying to go.
contact with.
I'm
I'm
trying to
looking
go around
directly
it,
forward.
but I can't go around it. I'm gonna just be honest.
All right,
Oh,
let me
you
drop
don't
the
know you
screen.
about to walk into the devil's den.
Am I
This
walking
is
into the
hot.
den? Okay,
Hot.
let me back up then. Let me back up. Uh,
Look at hot.
I will say big girls are much nicer than skinnier women. They're much nicer. They're much more pleasant and much more easier to get along with than skinny women. Skinny women feel like they can get any dude they want. Don't let her have a big booty and big breasts.
They all got that now.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah, because they can
yeah,
buy
my
it.
experience, bigger women were nicer than skinnier women. They were more open-minded. They were more accepting to certain things. They were more outgoing. So yes.
When I was younger, my mom, one of my homies used to say, "Yo, you got to get the big girls with the low self-esteem. They the easiest ones." That's what one of my homies used to
Oh,
always say. He used to always say this, like, "Yo, you got to get the big girls with low self-esteem."
Mhm.
Like, no, it's cool. I actually want to have a conversation, chill, do some things with the big girls that I'm with my girl at the time. He was like, "No, big girls low self-esteem. They do anything you want." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I ain't." That don't even
That's
sound
what
like fun.
that used to be the going thought.
that was no lie.
That was the going
That
thought
was the thought.
until
And
until they
you kept
until
the
they
big
met
girl to the side.
bitch like me.
Yeah.
Until they met me, and then they couldn't
Till they met
understand.
you, Miss Sharon.
They couldn't understand. Why won't you do what I want you to do? Because I don't have to.
But yep, that was the going thing. What Dennis said for a long time. Yeah, the big girl, she'll do anything. Big
Yep.
girls now, yeah, no, they don't play that. They
They
don't play.
not
Mm-mm.
going.
They're not going.
See,
They
when you
not
Not
talking
even a
about
little bit.
going.
when you talking about now, that's recently, like recent history, like within the past
Mhm.
5 years. It wasn't always like that.
Right.
Women, bigger women were always targeted by the players because they thought they could get whatever they want. They do whatever they want. She's not gonna put me out because she can't get nobody else. All of that. That was how they behaved anyway,
Yep. That's
usually.
right.
But then I would tell, some of my sister friends, you can't be a target either. Stop walking in. Like I think somebody was saying, somebody said, I've seen a crew of big girls walk in and just shut the place down. I
I said that.
always tell my friends to do that. I always said, listen, when you walk in a room, don't just tiptoe in the
Shut it
room
down.
like you barely want to be seen with your head down. And like Stacks was saying, you walk upright with your head up and your shoulders back. You walk like the model you are. And
You won't
my
see
sister and I
me.
used to take modeling classes.
Right.
That's what they used to tell us. And I've gotten, well, I'm not going to say it that way. Let's just say it's more attractive to men when you walk in like that. When you walk in like
Definitely.
you are, a bad bitch, and you just walk in and don't even worry about it. Curves and all, rolls and all,
Mm-hmm.
breasts and all of it. And that's always me. I'll just say that. And no matter what size I am, I have like 4 different wardrobes in my house. So I'm on my way back
Okay.
down again. So it's just the way it is, truth be told.
Yeah, but now,
What's
do
up,
guys
Dr.
ever like try to come to you for money?
Have they ever?
Yeah, like I mean, like is it like a reoccurring thing? Like you'll meet a guy and then he'll come to you on like a money situation, try to get some money out of you.
It's only happened to me once. It only happened to me once. Like not long after meeting a guy. I hope y'all can hear the screen keeps popping up. But only happened to me once.
Oh, okay.
You hear me?
I heard you. I'm just
Yes.
trying to think. I
Did you
don't know
hear
too
me?
many girls.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know too many girls that happened to with the money situation. I knew one that happened back when I was younger. This girl, it was these guys. They used to, ride around flaunting like they had money and everything, and then they would meet girls and they'd be like, "Yeah, well, I'm in college. I'm a ball player," and then they'll take the girls out, do all this stuff. The next thing you know, they'll have a check, but they can't cash the check because they in college. That's the lie that they tell. They can't cash the check because they in college. So can you put this check in your account? You know what I mean? And you cash and put in your account. So most of the girls be gullible, go right with it. Yeah, I put it in my account. Put the check in the account. Check clear. They get a dude all the money. Next thing you know, the bank call them back. They bank account negative $8,000.
Right.
So now they looking for the dude. Can't find the dude no more. I mean, I knew it was
All
one girl.
game.
She fell for it so hard. They did a lot to convince her. Like they had her talk to they had a group of guys that was all in this thing together. And one of them act like they was the coach. The other one act like they was the administrator of the goddamn school. Like that she talking to, like, no, this check is for him, but he can't, take the check. He needs somebody to deposit it, and then you just give him the money. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make sure that you take care of and all this. She said when that account said negative $8,000, she went back and called the numbers that called her. All those numbers was disconnected.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
that's
said, dang it.
It's cold game out here, man.
Hey man, listen, I just laughed, man. I just thought it was funny. I had to laugh at it. Dang, they got her with the okie doke, but it wasn't right. No, dang.
Some clarity.
I'm not that enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, my allergies is kicking my ass, bro.
Man.
Yeah, I don't have allergy issues. I don't like that.
I don't
My
either.
daughter do. My daughter do though. As soon
Yep.
as it changes the weather, my allergies mess up.
Yep.
Soon as the weather changes. Man, those are some of like the biggest things that I've seen. I know a lot of big dudes. As soon as they meet like certain girls, it's just immediately, yeah. Well, I want you to take me here, buy me this, buy me that. I had one matter of fact, back in the day. I had one girl tell me, right? It's probably like 2006. But mind you, I'm gonna tell you all this from the beginning. I ain't bought a coat since 2004. Get that out the way, all right? I have not bought a coat since 2004. I wear hoodies all the time. I do not buy a coat. I haven't bought a coat since 2004. Like 2006, and she was like, "Yeah, well, I had this coat last year. I paid like $200 for it. I want to get a different color for the coat this year." I said, "Oh yeah, you should go ahead and do that." She's like, "Yeah, but I want you to get it." No, negative. That ain't what we
No,
do.
that's a negative.
You mean
Yeah.
she said it like that? I
Yeah.
want you to get it.
I want you to get it. I said, "No, I'm
That's
not
how
doing
they
it."
come at us, Miss Sharon. They come at big dudes like that.
I don't think that's
We
the
Like,
get this,
big
no,
dude.
you're
we get
gonna
this a
get
lot.
it.
I just think that's the kind of girls y'all with. I don't think it's the big dude thing.
I'm telling
Nah,
you.
it's a
I
big
I'm
just
dude
don't
telling
thing.
believe
you.
that. I just don't believe. What would your
Chad,
size
I'm
have to
telling you,
do?
it's a
What
big
would your
dude thing.
size have to do with asking you for money?
Because as a big dude, you gotta. I'm only messing with you if you got some money.
They look at you first of all, they look at you right off the rip and be like, "Oh, he got low self-esteem. I could go over here and probably get whatever I want out of him because he probably don't get no girls anyway."
So
That's their first mindset.
you think that girls look at y'all the same way y'all look at women the
Oh,
same
it's
way
a fact.
with the self-esteem about the self-esteem thing.
It's a fact.
Because it's so wild, because I have never thought that personally in my life. I've never looked at a big guy saying, I bet you he got low self-esteem. I just never have thought that in my life.
You're a different woman, Miss Sharon.
And
but
I'm
there's a lot of women. Matter of fact, if you talk to some of these young girls now about them being with a big dude, first thing they probably gonna be like, I ain't being with no big dude. But they be like, wait a minute, how much money he got?
Right. That's the first thing that said.
It's usually how much money he got. And it's women. It's the crazy thing is, it's women that then told me, like, don't mess with her. She only wants you because you got money.
Yep.
Again, Dennis, I say to you, where do you get these women from that you deal with?
These women right here are everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They everywhere. Now in this situation, these women are everywhere.
In the Bay Area, we call them boppers.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Yeah, they the ones that come around. You're a big dude. They come around. They might see you pull out a 20, maybe a couple 20s, maybe 100 in between there somewhere. They come over there. They see the cheese. They over there cheesing. You know what I'm saying? They see the cheese in your hand. They want to come over there and get a little bit. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of my big guys, they feel like I don't get no females anyway, so they fall for it.
Right? They're gonna pay to play. I'm not paying.
I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will say on this podcast right now, I have done it in my past because I felt like I couldn't get them. But one day, God rest her soul, my granny sat me down one day and said, "You don't have to do that." So ever since that day came, I have not had to do that. And she told me exactly what to do not to do that.
I know some slender dudes that have done it too, though. But anyway, I get it. So I guess y'all taught me, because I didn't think that y'all had them kind of problems. I really didn't.
Yeah.
Because I know big men, I know little men. I don't hear, they've never said this to me around me. Maybe they're embarrassed to let me know, but they've never said it to me.
Oh, that's possible as a big dude. That's possible. Because we not go like readily come out and be like, we gonna be like this.
No. I mean, as friends. I have a lot of male friends.
Oh, okay.
Big and small. Dennis knows I'm real tight with a lot of dudes, right? And they're all size. And during our conversations about men and women, that has never come up. They've never said that.
That's crazy.
Because men not going to tell you about the losses they take.
We not.
We ain't going to tell you about the L's we take.
I tell you about the losses I take, but I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, they do.
I don't got no problem.
They do tell you about the losses they take. My friends do, because they do, because we're friends. They're like my brothers. They tell me,
right,
and I tell them, and that's the kind of relationship we have. But none of them have ever said to me, like, women come and try to take money and get money from them like that because of their size, or they think that they have low self-esteem because of their size. No, they've never said that around me. It's just not my experience.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Go ahead.
When I was married, me and my wife got into an argument, and she said something that, now that I think about it, I'm like, okay. We were arguing, and she said, "I'm probably the best looking chick you've ever got."
Woo! I've heard
mind
that.
you,
I've heard
she
that.
didn't know. You must not know stats, baby. Like,
let them know.
Player.
Let them know.
I know me very well, lady.
I can show you video. You know what?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? No, because you argue.
I deleted all my videos. I deleted all my videos.
Yep.
Before I got married. Before I got married, facts. I deleted all my videos and all my pictures. Dumbest shit I ever did. But go ahead.
Bruh.
Nah, but she told me, she literally said, "Oh, I'm probably the best looking bitch you ever got." Now in my head, I'm like, "Ma'am, you are easily bottom 5."
I was just about to say, don't pull out the Rolodex.
But you know me, one of our argument, I'm like, I kept quiet, and it led her to believe that. But it now that I'm looking at it, is like, if you believe that for so long, that means you must think my confidence is in the fucking dirt,
Right.
because you're not even top 20 in my life. I chose to marry. We chose to get married because I was in love and I felt like I was at the point in my life where I needed to settle down. But this is what you thought of me? You thought you were doing me a favor, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to
I would
show.
have been over and made that comment to me. Been over.
But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like I said, we're not going to talk about the losses that we take, but like apparently that's what she thought. So that kind of goes to show, like, yeah, a lot of these women think us big dudes have this low confidence. And I'm just like, nah, you just caught me at a time in my life where I wanted to do right by God.
Right.
Because when I was working for the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do it. Don't do it, Stacks.
Because when I was working for the devil now.
Kilo will say, bro, you know she listening, right? Ain't nobody care.
Ain't
nobody care.
I don't care.
Yeah, but I do feel you on that, those Stacks. I've had some girls say that to me. I'm the best girl you've been with. I literally tell them, no, you're not. And then social media came out, so then I showed them the girl.
Right.
I was like, damn, she is pretty. I know.
I know.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
I fucked up. Okay.
Right.
So now I'm here with you.
Wow. That's messed up.
They started this. Sharon, it's crazy. They can start it. They can throw the punch, but you can't throw one back. You know what I mean?
Don't throw one back. Don't be
punches
big
don't
dude
know
and
how
throw
to
a punch back. Oh.
You throw the punch back. Oh, it's all your fault.
Yep.
You're mean. No, I didn't start none of this. I didn't say none of that. I wouldn't say that to you. I'm the best looking dude you've been with. I know I ain't the best looking dude you've been with.
Now that I think about it, we had another argument later about my friends list. And I had to lie and shit, you know, because I don't want to. Yo, as a man, you have to lie sometimes to avoid an argument.
That's
like
it's kind
of like if a girl say, "Do I look fat in this?"
As a woman,
baby,
you gotta do that too. You gotta do that as a woman.
I realized
you gotta do that as a woman too.
Oh yeah, I had to learn the hard way that if you tell the truth about everything, you will be in an argument all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ask questions that I really don't want the answer to.
Right.
I'm blissful as fuck. Let me just be oblivious to whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite, Stacks. I'm the dude. I'm curious.
Nah, don't
I'm
do
curious.
it.
And I'm learning now. But in the beginning, I was the curious dude, and I got my feelings hurt.
Yeah, you don't
That's
want to
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got my feelings hurt. So I learned.
She was going down my friends list.
Mm-hmm.
And she was asking, "Oh, such such. Oh, she is gorgeous. Oh,
Oh, really?"
And then in my head, the other argument would be like, I would hear her say, "Oh, yeah, I'm the baddest she ever been with." I'm like, "Yeah, the one you pointing at, whatever." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're picking out my roster now. Stop it. You're picking the dream team that you think okay. You're right.
But what about? Let me ask y'all this question about artists, though. We talked about Lizzo earlier, right? But what about artists like Biggie and Big Pun? You remember how they were celebrated, right? Even though they were big.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what's happened with Lizzo. She wasn't celebrated, not at first.
Yes,
did y'all? Not at first. Not at first. Not at first.
Biggie kept it 100 though.
I have to agree with Miss Sharon on that one.
Not at first.
Very beginning. They did not like Lizzo like that. They did not like her size.
Let me tell you, when she tells her story about how she had to fight to even get seen.
Yep.
You saw her because she's playing video games. Because you were playing video games.
I
But to
heard her.
be seen or heard her, but to be seen and heard on a national scale where people know her name and be out there, when she tells her story, she had to go through a lot. And a lot of people trying to put her on the couch, if you know what I mean. And that wasn't gonna happen. She wasn't gonna do that. I'm not doing all that to get ahead. I'm gonna do it on my talent. And she was determined to do that. So I just find it to be there's differences there too.
I mean, but I'm in total agreement with you, 100%.
I
But when
agree.
you bring up people like Biggie, like us as men, we acknowledge what we are. Like big men, we acknowledge that we're big men. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie, fat, black, ugly as ever. However, I stayed coochie down to the socks, baby.
He had the best shit on.
Right.
He had the best shit on.
Just like I said, hey, I can be a
so
big
did
ugly
so
dude,
did
but I
so
look
did
good,
Heavy
you know?
D.
Heavy D did that as
Heavy
well.
D did too.
So I mean, we acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll acknowledge that Lizzo is a beautiful woman.
Man.
Beautiful.
I thought it from the first time I saw her. I said she is gorgeous. She's heavy, but she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Like
heavy.
I don't
gorgeous.
even I look past the heavy part. I'm like, her aesthetic is fantastic. I think she looks better than Meg Thee Stallion. I'm not even attracted to Meg Thee Stallion. I'm more attracted to Lizzo.
Well, I can tell you, she definitely has a better, prettier face and a prettier disposition than Meg Thee Stallion. But
Stacks, why you look?
I'm not talking about the body. I mean,
I recently saw that baseball game the other day.
Talking about the look.
I recently saw this video of Meg Thee Stallion about to throw this pitch out at this baseball game.
Yep.
Right.
Dude posted this video like, man, God took his time with her. And I'm like, okay. But that's what happens. They go after that. And that attitude may not be right.
Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate the camera.
I was excited to see. The one I was excited to see was Cash Doll. That's the one I'm excited to see.
Woo. Lord. Anyway, but yes. Thank you to the cameraman that was filming Meg Thee Stallion. Thank you, sir.
Nah, you said Cash Doll. Shout out to Detroit.
Yeah,
my baby's from Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit.
Them Detroit women are amazing women.
Yes, they are.
Oh my goodness.
He's selling a dream right now.
I need to call her. Anyway, can we wrap the show up? You gotta call my baby.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Yeah, Dennis, go ahead with the wrap up, Dennis.
No, we still got one more question. We still got one more question.
Okay, let's go.
We still got one more. It ain't a lot left. I think it's still one more question. I don't lost track. I was over there having a good time.
I don't see it. I went straight to the music.
Yeah, you're right. You did say Ramona. And then you said the Heavy D in the music. Okay, yeah, you were right. That is it. Okay. Yeah.
I even had Lizzo in there. I even had Lizzo in there and everything.
Is there any other discriminations y'all think y'all see?
Well, I know I've seen it. I guess I'm the only person here who has seen it. I don't know, but that's fine. I'll take that. But I've seen.
I mean, no. Look, I'm not saying that is not happening. Like,
right.
That would be a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also feel like there's discrimination, like with guys and smaller dudes, like dudes with the 6-packs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a 6-pack in my life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got the girls who love that
baby hair. Oh my God!
You know,
the 6-packs and the baby hair always get it.
No,
you can see him walk in the room.
I've never been attracted to a baby.
He go get it.
No.
The 6-pack, light skin. With
I've never been. I have never ever been attracted to light skin men with baby.
Well, wait a minute, Stacks. Hold on, because the ladies like the chocolate men now. They don't really like the lighter tone no more.
Listen, I've always liked chocolate men. I've never liked light skinned men my whole life.
My
Never.
fiance, she love a
I feel
chocolate.
like I fall in between. I'm not quite light enough, but I'm not quite dark enough.
Yeah,
So
I'm at that same level, Shaq.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not. I couldn't be sexual chocolate, but I couldn't be light skinned then either. So
No,
This is light skinned then. I like that.
light
can't
skinned then.
do it. I can't be
Yeah,
Drake
so,
up in here. Can't do
yeah,
it.
so I don't know. I just fall in between. So
And the baby hair, ugh. That's
Yeah,
just
the
nasty.
baby hair, they get them all the time with the baby hair.
yeah,
I don't see how that works. That's such a feminine quality.
that's
And
the
they like it
attribute.
because they keep it uptight.
It's
They
the
keep it
I
here
don't
attribute.
like
super tight.
that. I don't
Yeah.
like
You
that.
put it in the man
I'm-
bun and it be straight. You
I'm
know what I'm
different.
Oh
saying?
my God.
I like my men, to be all men, just men. I
Right.
like that. I don't need no baby hair, no metrosexual, nothing, none of that. Mm-mm.
Man,
I don't want your hair longer than mine,
Right.
and I don't want you to be too pretty.
Damn.
I don't want all of that. No.
Or be in the mirror longer than you, Miss.
No, you didn't. No, you did not just fling your hair. No, you did not do that.
yeah, that's crazy.
No, you did
I
not.
mean, shit. Okay.
Let her know it's luxurious. Let her know.
Is it luxurious?
What you say, Dennis? You gonna let your soul go?
Let your soul glow.
Silky smooth.
I just don't. We still got Dennis. We still got to do that show about hair, though. We still got to do that too.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, we gonna do that.
Show
Y'all
up
ever
here.
seen that?
Oh yeah, we
that
gonna do it because I got
that hair, good hair, Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I love that thing. That was
Yeah, I
dope.
saw it. I liked it too. I didn't feel like he insulted anybody. I really
I don't
didn't.
think he did either.
But I know there's a
But I
lot of
did.
women that feel like he was insulting black women in that movie, and that's not what he was doing. But
How? And he was acknowledging. He even said it. He did the movie for his daughters. Like, I don't see where he was talking. He even got the history of black hair, where sisters be getting it from, why they spend so much money on this and that. Like, I don't see where he was talking about black
you
hair.
have to ask. You will have to ask those upset women why they feel the way they do, because I don't understand it. I don't get it,
I'm
and
so
I don't
sick
feel
of
the
him.
same. So
When you tell the truth, you're bound to offend. You're bound to offend
You
someone.
offend somebody. Yep,
That someone isn't going to like what you're saying, even though it's the truth.
that's a fact.
yeah, but I just don't want him to have no long. I don't like men with long hair. I just don't like it. I think I get that from my father.
Shit.
So no men with locks, no locks.
No.
Oh, okay.
It just doesn't attract me.
Because women nowadays, they love the dudes with the locks.
Yeah, those women do. Yeah, I don't.
Well, to explain why I grow my hair.
Didn't
honestly,
that you need to explain. I'm not saying that you're
it's
wrong
not
or ugly or
nothing.
nothing. It's just not for me. That's all.
What I was going to say was that I've always had waves. Like I've always had since I can remember. I've always had waves. Seasick, you know what I'm saying? And like I felt like right after, like kind of like my divorce, I needed to change because I'm like, I don't want to be that person. That person died in Oklahoma.
Right.
We'll never see him again. And then I started reading up on like Black history and like just African history. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people use their hair. They feel like their hair is a part of their central nervous system.
Yep.
Like it gives them the strength. It gives them the kind of like the eye of protection. Hence why, you know, you get goosebumps. Your hair stands up on the back of your neck. Like it's like a sensory. You know what I'm saying? It also shows wealth and strength and good fortune. So I was like, you know what? If my hair lets me grow it, I'm going to grow it. Because I only got a couple more haircuts left in me until my dad's genes start kicking in. So
my dad's genes been kicking.
Well, that's why I cut my hair, because my dad's genes didn't kicked in. They kicked in early. So that's why I keep my hair long.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My dad told me he started losing his hairline in the 10th grade.
Oh hell
Oh
no.
man,
So I got
Hell
the
no.
8th grade. I was nervous. I said, "This shit too
tragic.
low.
No.
This ain't gonna be right." Like I
That's
was nervous.
tragic.
Yeah, he said 10th grade is when he started losing it. I said, "No, I can't. No." no." After 9th grade year, I was just always in the mirror looking at my hairline like, "Did I move a couple inches back or something?" I was looking around. Like, no, mine ain't never go. I always have my line.
I always wanted the Jalen Rose hairline.
Oh, the slanted joint.
That's all I want. I want the Jalen Rose because you see how his hair, how crispy his hairline is.
He
That's
got
a
the
You
hundred
see
best.
how
dollar
crispy
haircut.
that
He got
is.
the best barber ever. I'm
Oh
telling you.
my
That's a
god!
$100 haircut. That's
He
what.
got the best paint artist ever.
Right.
That boy got
That
a
died
graffiti
job on
artist as a
point.
barber. It look good though. Hey, I can't hate on it. It look
Did you
good.
ever pay $100 for a cut?
Me, the most I paid for a
No,
coat, 65.
no.
I paid 100 before.
I paid
I've never paid
$65,
$100
I
for a
paid
haircut.
100 for a cut.
and I'll put a picture of the haircut in the chat. No, it was worth every fucking dime.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was worth. My my rates went up after that. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was high priority at that point. But
Never.
High priority. Okay.
Most I paid for a haircut was $50.
Wow.
it's not bad.
Now when
I
I
really had a dude
used to
arguing
have
with me about $100 haircut. I was like, bro, I was paying $100 haircuts in high school. I had my own personal barber. She would come to the crib, rest her soul now. But she would come to the crib,
Oh well.
do my hair, do my face,
Oh, to
give
the
me the hot
crib. I
towel
can
treatment, all
understand.
that stuff.
Yeah.
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 negative. I used to get like my hair done when I had braids, so
Mm.
I ain't paying $100 for that either. So
You had braids? Oh wow.
yeah, I had braids.
I had braids before for a little second.
Mm.
It looked weird
Well, I
on me.
can't
I
say
was
I
like,
never
no,
had
I'm
that.
good.
I
All
don't know
right,
if y'all can
Dennis.
see it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it was
Yeah, out there
nice.
looking
All
That's
like
right.
Gerald
crispy.
Levert.
Okay. I
Jay out
see
there
you.
looking like Gerald Levert.
I was top shelf for like about
I
2
see
weeks.
you. I
Top
see
shelf.
you with the
You
beard,
had
with
to
the
pay me.
food, with the. Oh yeah, I see you. I see.
They was calling him Gerald Levert.
Right.
But listen, we got to get up on out of here, y'all. Want to thank y'all for the big men versus big women. Some of the women had to go, but we want to thank y'all for that. Anybody got any last words?
Yeah.
Dope topic. Dope show.
Just keep it
Be comfortable with
keep it
yourself,
real,
man.
y'all. Keep it real and be happy with yourself. Like he was saying, just be happy with yourself and love yourself. And don't pay no attention to what anybody else got to say about you.
Facts.
That's what I do. I love me some me.
All
Fact.
right, well, I want to thank y'all for coming on tonight.
Love me.
God bless. Good night.